mean, I texted him earlier. Why? What happened? I haven't heard nothing from him yet. Why?
A lot of big shit happening, bro. I don't.
What do you mean?
If he only killed the real Blade that night, this wouldn't be the shit the way it was.
What are you talking about? Yo, keep on talking. What the fuck do you mean about kill the right Blade?
Alright, so the night you got arrested, Duck was trying to make an escape to get out the game, so he basically...
Where's Dante? You mean to tell me he's the reason why I got locked up?
Yeah.
He's the fucking reason why I've been in jail? That snitch ass bitch!
He wanted to tell you, but he was scared he was gonna turn him in.
We've been working together for how long? Oh. How fucking long we been working together?
Listen. We all fucked up here, but I feel like we should plan this out accordingly, and you know, we can do some. We all can get out of this. Blade wants you both dead. That's one. He wants y'all both dead. So if we all work together and we can be out of this.
Listen, when this shit is done with, I don't want to see none of y'all fucking niggas ever again.
Hey man, listen, do what you gotta do. So
you make sure he hear that shit.
Alright, fine.
If I'ma do it how it's supposed to be done. Approach with a gun and a couple folks posted in front. So what if his mind's gone, his body goes in the trunk? I'm a lion and you my son.
What the fuck is going on, yo? I heard niggas trying to fall off the crew on some bitch shit.
There ain't no bitches over here, man. Fuck this NTO shit, man. Your man Chris is missing. The FBI's all hot. The streets are hot right now. What are y'all doing up there? Upper management. Blade. Yo, what you doing, bro?
Don't worry about Chris, alright? About to move that shit.
I'm my own fucking man. Move this, nigga. Hey. Yo, I'm out of here. Fuck this shit.
Now, that niggas wanna fall out too?
Ever gonna invite me in?
Look at you trying to get all up in my bed already. You thought it was easy? Nah, you gotta work for this.
Oh, okay. Well, here I thought you were gay.
Ha ha, you got jokes. It's not funny.
I'm just saying, most men would be dying to get their hands on all of it. Do you see it?
Listen, I've just been going through a lot lately. Now that you mention it.
A lot of land, some to harvest, some smoke. We on the road to success, and we trying to see how far it'll go. Regardless of no's and stops, dead ends and detours. I need this fast break. Why you think I'm playing D4? Can't spend my life upon this corner, gotta see more. So I'm in the cut, working till my music bump like a keyboard. Open my eyes, what do I see?
You in my dreams, even though I never sleep. We roll together, best believe she roll with me. Not rolling stones, but best believe we rolling. Yeah. We rolling. We rolling. We rolling. Let's go. Yeah. I wake and bake, she rise and shine. Angel in the morning, but at night it's all a sign. Blowing kisses, lips is looking like they lime. Cooking breakfast in her panties, make me know that ass is mine.
Hey, girl, how you doing? Who you think you are? I didn't hear me talk to you.
Talking to?
Boogie down Bronx, that's the streets that I roam. I organize poems that's grown, speak the streets that I've known. White Plains Road where cops shit and violate homes. Walk the streets who could get stopped, frisked, and shot for your phone. They'll say it look like a gun while I rap like one too. Just that I ain't got no safety when that trigger gets pulled. All the chickens they duck, the want no beef with this bull. Give me a beat, I turn up. Show you niggas who's fool, but yo, these niggas is cooked. Couldn't even fuck they bitch raw. I spit swords, yeah, I spit bars. Your mind frames ain't this sharp. You ain't real when you spit wars. Yeah, that's soft, but this hard. You joker, you fuck with a king, your life get discarded. Your soul get discharged. You dickhead, watch who you fucking with. I make the hardest lyricists go grab a drummer stick. You're this lame in this game, then quickly you should switch lanes. Cause if the people eat me up, I make they whole shit change. Go check the toilet if you don't believe me. And when my milk is spoiled.
What's good, y'all? It's Dante here, and I'm here to give you the rundown on the behind the scenes of Breakaway. Now, we're gonna go over episode by episode, not a long breakdown, but just a little behind the scenes on, you know, what went into making each episode, what happened as far as each episode, what scenes have been cut from the episode, and also any story changes that occurred, so you guys can have a little insight into everything that went into making this, as far as all of the troubles and issues that I had in making this web series, and why the web series is the way that it is right now, and plans that I'm planning on doing as far as making the next web series. You know, this was definitely a learning lesson for me. Before I even get into the specifics of lessons learned, let's just jump right in. This is Dante, Breakaway, behind the scenes. Alright, so first we're gonna talk about the web series. For those who don't know, Breakaway has been something that I wrote and planned out from back in 2016. Like, it didn't just start this year. This was something that I shot parts of back in 2016. Like, I planned to get it done. But I mean, if you know me, you know that I also worked a full-time job, teacher, right? So it's hard when you're working a 9 to 5 to do all the things that you want to do outside of that, you know, work on your own projects. But I had a vision, I had a script that I wrote, and I wanted to make it happen. So I started casting for Breakaway back in 2016. And, you know, we still have Casey Johnson, who plays Scar, Dwayne Wright, who plays Duck. Who else did we start out with? Vaughn, who, you know, plays himself. We had a few other people that started off with us. You know, King Alexander, he plays the fake Blade, and also somebody else. We had a few people. I mean, there's a few people who I don't want to mention, just because I feel like, you know, they agreed to do something and they really dropped the ball. So I'm gonna just refrain from saying certain people's names, but I'm gonna give you guys a down low on what went into making this series what it is, and what it was planned to be, and what was actually chopped. So let's start off with episode 1. So as you can see, in episode 1, I came out of jail, and finally got home, surprised my girlfriend, and, you know, let's start there. So first off, that scene where, you know, I'm getting picked up from jail was not the original scene that we shot. That scene was actually shot 3 times. The first time we shot it over at Valhalla by the jail over there, and that shoot let me learn something very important when it comes to filming. If you're outside, you're better off getting a good windscreen for your mic, because if you just use the original foam that comes for your mic, it's not gonna block wind noise at all. So we took the risk and went over by Valhalla, the jail up in Westchester, to shoot me coming out of jail. And we actually got called out by a cop that was patrolling the area, saying, you know, we are not allowed to film there, da 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 da. But this was right when we were just about to be finished anyway, so we were like, yo, we got the scene, we're good. It was me and Dwayne. Got back to the crib, the visual looks nice, but guess what? The audio was messed up. So take a look at the scene right here. Alright, so the second time that the scene was shot was with a completely different person. This guy was supposed to be replacing Duck. or Dwayne, whose nickname is Duck. The reason why he was supposed to replace him is because Dwayne moved to ATL, Atlanta. He didn't let me know that he was gonna move. He just moved, and like I called him, hit him up to shoot. He was like, he's not in New York, he's in Atlanta. So I'm like, can we shoot next week? He's like, yeah, I moved here. So, bro. Like, that's the thing. That, to me, that was unprofessional. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got this other guy to shoot the role, to shoot over the scenes that Duck was supposed to shoot. And we did, I think we shot about 3 scenes. So that beginning scene we shot over. As you can see, here's a look at this here. We shot that over, and I think we did we did 3 scenes with the new guy.
Cleaning my hands with all this criminal shit. I'm gonna find me a 9 to 5 as soon as I can.
Yeah, alright, man. You know you ain't about that 9 to 5 life, nigga. That many niggas we done kill, nigga, that's what we do. But you know what? You just got out. Alright, whatever you wanna do, man, I respect it.
Thank you.
But you know, Blade gonna hit you up.
You said Blade was dead.
Nah, man, hey, it turns out Blade had a puppet the whole time, man. The real Blade.
Puppet?
Real Blade alive and well, my brother. Hey, for real. Hey, you know you gotta watch that nigga, man.
Listen, man.
The grimy ass nigga.
And then I had to take a break from filming. This was actually this year. I had to take a break from filming because I had other shoots booked that I had to do. And it got very busy shooting for Essence and a few other companies. So once things finally freed up again, you know, I'm hitting them up to shoot. And no answer, no response. Text them, no response. So dude just pretty much went MIA, and I figured that he was ignoring my shit. So he was like, you know what? Forget it. That put me in another situation again. So I think the common theme that you're gonna see as far as the trials and tribulations of me shooting this web series is people saying that they want to be a part of the web series, coming on, signing a contract to be in the web series and all of that, shooting a few scenes and then completely disappearing or quitting for one reason or the next, which then puts me in a bind because now I have to recast, and when I recast, the same thing just keeps on happening. So it really messed up a lot of things that I had planned for the series. But I digress. Let's move on. So finally out of jail now, and you know, I come home to surprise my girlfriend. I mean, for the scene where, you know, I come home and see my ex-girlfriend, we had 3 girls play that role. 2 of them got scrapped because of what I mentioned. For the girl to play Raina, my new girlfriend, we had 3 girls play that role as well. 2 of them got scrapped. This is why. Girl number 1, this was back in 2016. I found her on Craigslist. I was looking for actresses on Craigslist. I put up a post, and she was one of the females that submitted for the role. So, as I said, I was working back then, so I was only really able to shoot weekends whenever I had the free time, because I still did video on the side. I got her. She came in, good energy. We shot like the beginning part, and it was all pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? I figured that it was dope. I just needed her to come back to shoot one more scene, and MIA. Same thing. I was calling, texting, no response, no nothing. So I had to just scrap that. Girl number 2. Hey Chrissy. So I had my friend Chrissy come in to take over the role. And as you can see, this is the scene here. The scene was originally supposed to be me meeting Raina inside of a store. And then we end up talking from there. And that's how that whole scene was supposed to play out. But as you can see in the real episode that actually came out, what happened is I just switched it so that, you know, she was walking down the block, I was already outside. I seen her and I hollered at her, and that's how we exchanged info. But Chrissy, I thought Chrissy was gonna be a good look. What ended up happening is, like I said, with me working, it's not like I can knock out everything one time. But she ended up moving to Virginia because that's where her boyfriend lived, and yeah, so obviously with her living in Virginia, we couldn't continue filming. So that sucked, but put me back at square one again. And congrats, Chrissy, to your engagement and everything. I look forward to seeing the wedding and all that. You know, more power to you. And I do appreciate you for at least attempting to get the scenes done for me. Girl number three was a friend that I had on Facebook. Again, just like girl number one, girl number two. Well, I think she did more than Chrissy was able to. But girl number three, she came. We shot the house scene. We shot the murder scene. Unfortunately, she just never had the free time to come out and shoot because she was preparing to go. I believe she went to the Army or the Navy, one out of the two. So she ended up doing that, and then I had to scrap everything that we shot again. Girl number four. So then this young lady was somebody that I followed, and she followed me on Instagram, and I asked her if she was interested in playing the role. She was like, yeah, da-da-da. And we shot quite a few scenes. We didn't get to shoot the house scene yet, but we shot a few other scenes that you guys are gonna see. The girl who's playing Reina now is gonna showcase in the next episode 5. Halfway through, like getting ready to shoot the other scenes, she said that she doesn't have time to film anymore. You know, she's going through a lot right now. She's dealing with too much, so she's not going to be able to continue the web series. Again, girl number 5, you know, finally she was able to come through and get the scenes done, and I could finally scratch it off my list of scenes that I needed to film and then move on with getting the episode done. But that was not until this year. Like, we did not get to shoot that scene and finish that scene until like the beginning of this year. So it took a long time. Mind you, again, we were shooting this web series since 2016. 2016. It's now 2019. So it took all of these like failed scenes and failed shoots to get to this point, which is really annoying. I mean, not for nothing, I believe, hopefully I'm right in my head, but I believe that if I had like 2 weeks of nothing to do where I could just film back to back, then this would have been out a lot longer. A lot of things would have been done, and I wouldn't have to deal with the problem of people dropping off or going MIA. But when you don't have that freedom, like I said, I was working a 9 to 5, plus I had other film jobs outside of that. It made things very rough to stay consistent, because it's not only my free time now I have to worry about, which is mainly weekends, but for the scenes that have multiple people in it, I have to try to align all of their schedules. And, you know, other people have things to do, or sometimes they have other things that they find more important than filming the web series. So it was very hard, and it still is very difficult to get multiple people's schedules to align so that we can actually get this stuff done. But that aside, moving on, we had the rooftop scene. The rooftop scene with Scar, so cool, Vaughn, and Mike, and to me that scene was pretty good. It was good enough. I mean, I wanted to reshoot it because when we shot that scene, it was 2016. I didn't even have this camera right now. I mean, back then. I wanted to shoot it with this updated camera so we have better quality and everything, but we could not get So Cool to friggin' get the scene done. Like, he's a hard person to get in touch with. He doesn't keep the same number like that. And not only that, when you do run into him, he's often busy. So after all the running around and stuff, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to just use what I got. After the new dude who I got to play Duck went MIA, I said, screw it. I'm going to just use what I got of Dwayne, who moved to Atlanta. So it sucks because since he's in Atlanta and I can't shoot and I'm tired of dealing with the headaches, I say, you know what? I'm just gonna have to do what I gotta do and change up the story from what was originally supposed to be in there, to make it make sense, to make certain things make sense, and to also make it more entertaining, because there was a lot that was supposed to be in there. Like, for example, a scene that was supposed to be in episode 1 that we did not get a chance to film was a scene with what's the name of the crew? NTO. NTO stands for Niggas Taking Over, and it is one of Blade's groups. It's the group that has Reem, Tech-9, and Biggs in there. So if you've seen the most recent episode, that was Biggs, Tech-9, and Reem that Vaughn was talking to, where, you know, Biggs got clapped because he was running his mouth. So they were supposed to have a scene where they was like chilling out on a block, and a crackhead came up to them trying to get some, you know, cocaine, whatever. And Biggs was selling. Biggs was like, yo, where the bread at? Dude was like, yo, do me this favor, da 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 da. And Biggs was like, yo, fuck out of here. So the crackhead starts violating Biggs. He's like, yo, you fucking dirty, stupid mother, suck my, all that. Yo, Biggs is a hothead. This was gonna be our first introduction to Biggs to show that he's a hothead. Biggs was supposed to pull out a gun and just kill the crackhead. 6 shots, broad daylight. While Reem looks at Tech-9, like, yo, this nigga's crazy. Yo, come on, man, let's go. And then they all run off. So that was supposed to be the introduction to that crew, so you can know who that is and see the personality trait of Biggs. But getting those 3 guys, getting Reem, getting Tech-9, and getting Biggs schedules to align has been very difficult, especially since Mr. Supa, who plays Tech-9, he travels a lot. He's a DJ. So a lot of times when the other 2 guys were ready, he was in Florida or he was out of state, you know what I mean? So that messed up a lot, unfortunately. But, you know, he got to do what he got to do. He got to make his money. So I don't hold him down. I don't hold no type of fault for that. You know, you got to do what you got to do. All that aside, moving on. Let's see what else happened in episode 1. So yeah, another thing that was supposed to happen in episode 1 that got cut. I was supposed to have a scene where I met up with a friend who was supposed to give me the gun that you see me with at the end. I was supposed to go to him, talk to him, and he's supposed to give me a gun to like keep myself safe, to, you know, protect myself just in case if anything happens. So who was supposed to originally be in that scene? I'm sure you guys know, Alex from Black Ink. Yeah, but what happened is schedules just couldn't link up. Like, we would plan it, and then either the day before or the day of, something would come up for him or something would come up for me, and we weren't able to get it shot. And like I said, I couldn't continue holding over the web series, waiting to get it done. So it is what it is. That aside, like I said, I think we're running pretty long. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute video, but I think we're going almost 20 minutes now, close to it. So I'm gonna end this right here, and you can keep a lookout for episode 2 behind the scenes dropping soon. But for now, I'm gonna leave you with some bloopers. Take a look. And she doesn't know that she's being recorded.
Oh, I did not know it was on.
Bloopers.
Yo.
What the fuck is this, nigga?
Damn.
The fuck
yo,
is
I know where
this?
that came from, yo. That's just too
fuck
bad.
Is that,
B.
nigga?
Yo, you gotta keep your head up, dude. I can't see the wound. Everybody needs to be able to see the wound. Start it over.
Damn. Yo, I can have you 10 bands by this week, B. Just give me a few days.
Please,
please pick your head up. Please pick your head up. Please pick your
like
head
this.
Good
one. Yo, who the fuck this nigga think he talking to, yo? I know what I'm doing, bro.
Yo.
You hear me, man? It's a few days. Fuck up, nigga.
Your swing gotta be better than that.
Yeah, I know. The swing was off. Just take him on the swing. Can you take him on the swing?
Remember, be spaced out enough.
Put it back. Yeah, go back, Star. Go back.
My gumbuck was good, right?
Here we go.
Look at all that ass.
Cut.
Yeah. Alright, so we start from the hug and then move from there. Alright.
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, it's recording already.
Oh.
That's why it looks that high def.
No way! Like,
ever.
this is so crazy. What are you doing here?
Man,
Are you serious?
I told you I was gonna get out early, right?
Oh my god, yo, like this.
Cut. I did not tell her I was getting out early, stupid. The gun was all slipping out and shit.
Yeah, but then you pull out the gun like a book.
My weed need a good brushing right now.
You're recording right now.
Oh, I am?
Bloopers.
Yeah, me so down the way that I feel like when I got enough.
So what?
I heard when you have this hat
No,
on,
I understood.
And I know. I'm just breaking it down.
You have to break it down to
I might not get gunshot in the blood clot going in there.
take a friend for that policeman.
Yeah, I'm a friend of soldier.
No, that was perfect. That was actually perfect. That was actually perfect. She was like this, and she.
She over here drinking.
A little bit. You're really, what the fuck? Like, you're really here.
Start back over. You went to the wrong side. You were supposed to be on this side.
Over here, my bad.
She's like, what the fuck?